Well, congratulations, Ian. Another win against a team in the top 7 playoff positions, etc. What's your thoughts on the performance?
I think it was a gritty performance. It was a determined performance. It was incredibly hard work. And I think we've got to give credit to Dyer and Dagenham. They're a tough side. They're a really tough side. And I thought we had to earn that win in every one of those 95 minutes. And we did feel going into the game that maybe the first goal would be important. Not to say it would win the game, but important in the game. I thought we started really well. I thought the first 20 minutes we got on the front foot. We asked some questions. We missed a good chance with Tav. And then Kretsch has done brilliant for the penalty to win it and then to convert it. It's a great penalty. And then after that, listen, we've had to show different attributes of our game today. We've been free scoring, attacking, flowing football in a lot of the games. But tonight we really had to roll our sleeves up and do it the hard way, so to speak. And like I said, credit to Dagenham for that. They've pushed us all the way. They'll be right up there this year. They're a really strong side. So to keep them, who are the top scorers in the league, to no goals and to win the game is, massive credit to our boys at the end of the day.
What were you most pleased with? Getting a goal or conceding none?
Both, because to win the game you've got to score. We knew it was going to be a tight game. Listen, we knew it was going to be a really tight game. And we thought if we could defend well, we'd have chances to score. And the message at half time was to carry on getting on the front foot. We thought we'd need a second because we didn't want to leave it the way we have with having to defend right the way up to the 95th minute. But we just didn't really have the energy and some attacking quality to link enough passes and get ourselves up the pitch. And again, credit to Dagenham, they've pinned us back in. They made attacking substitutions. They pushed runners forward, and we got deeper and deeper to try and cope with that, and couldn't quite find enough quality to get out. And I'm massively pleased with a clean sheet. I thought, like I say, as clean sheets go, it's one of the ones that's the most hardest earned. And Rossi and the boys at the back, as well as everyone else, is delighted with that, because it had to be a collective. I said at half time, if we're going to keep a clean sheet, it's going to take 11 players, and it certainly did that tonight.
Yeah, and Rossi getting man of the match, I'm not saying he didn't deserve it, but normally that means that you've been under huge pressure for 90 minutes and the keeper's had to make dozens of stunning saves, and that wasn't really the case, was it?
No, I don't think so, and I think that, credit to the boys in front. I thought, we tried to stop crosses. We know they're a massive threat from crosses, so we tried to, stop crosses from wide areas. We were very compact with balls getting slid in around the edge of our box, which again, we've got players like Walker and Palanta and McCallum. These players are top players, and they find little pockets of space they can hurt you. So I think the fact he's not had to make too many worldy saves, if you like, is credit to the boys in front. But he did the things he had to. I thought he come and punched a couple of big ones. See you, Hodgie. Come and punched a couple of big ones and caught a couple under his crossbar. And when he was called upon, he was there. And I think did well in the end, and he'd be buzzing with that clean sheet as well.
After the Chesterfield game, I spoke to Max and I asked him about penalties, and I said, is there going to be a massive argument between you and Maguire, Drew and George Oakley and anybody else who fancies a penalty? And Max very, very confidently said, it'll be me taking the next penalty. And it was. Is that team orders or is it force of his personality?
Yeah, no, that's come from the gaffer. He's the assigned penalty taker at the moment, and until the gaffer says otherwise. So, listen, he's Mr. Reliable from the spot. You feel really confident when he puts the ball on the spot, and it's a great penalty tonight. Because he's taken a lot. So the difficult thing in this day and age is the goalkeepers and the goalie coaches. I know from our goalie coach, they do their research, so he's got to mix up his penalties as well. And I thought it was a top penalty tonight. But no, listen, we've got 3 or 4 that really want to take them, which is a good thing. But the managers said that Max is on them at the moment, and he'll continue to be on them if he puts them away like that.
Right. He started the second half, but didn't last very long. What's the issue there?
Yeah, he was just tight with his hamstring coming into half time, and Giles and Phil tried to work with him at half time to keep it kind of loose and to get him out in the second half. But I think quite quickly we realised he wasn't going to be able to do the things we needed him to do, especially in that position of the pitch. So we had to make a quick decision, and we got Kane ready about 5 minutes to go before the end of the half for that scenario. And so it was more of a precautionary thing, and the fact that he probably couldn't do was required on a night like tonight to get through the game and be effective. And I thought Kane, once he got into the game, he showed some good composure. He worked incredibly hard, and that's a good sign that he made an impact off the bench.
Right. And while we're on the subject of injuries, George Oakley and Jordan Maguire-Drew, what's the position with each of those?
Yeah, well, George Oakley, I don't think we've spoke about him yet. Our thoughts are massively with him. He had a fractured leg, so a broken leg from the Chesterfield game. Disappointed, obviously, with the tackle, but so he's had an operation today. It's unfortunately it's going to be a while. We're talking several months at the moment, but he's had his op today, so hopefully the road to recovery for him starts now. And Jordan's got a slight knee issue. We're hoping again that's not a long-term one, but it may be a few more weeks. We're hoping it's slightly better news, but that looks like it's going to be maybe 3 or 4 weeks with a knee issue and before we can get him back. So, yeah, obviously 2 massive players for the team and the squad, and there's not many teams in the league that could do without the pair of those. So it's equally impressive that the lads are doing what they're doing at the moment without the calibre of those players in the squad. But very much a next man up mentality. Players have to be ready to come in, like Tyreek Saturday and like Kane today. And I'm sure, again, we need to call upon all of our resources over the next few weeks.
I'm sure you will. And to coin the phrase, well, not coin the phrase, to use the phrase, we go again on Saturday. It's Tuesday, Saturday. So that'll make 4 games in 15 days. Is the squad getting a bit thin, or will you be all right?
Yeah, listen, we're always looking. We obviously have to look, and we don't have an open checkbook that we can just go out and sign who we like, but we're certainly looking at the loan market. We're working extremely hard with Nathan to see what options we've got that may be available to come in and just bolster in certain positions. But no, listen, the lads have to be ready. There's going to be changes in the next few weeks, I'm sure, for suspensions, injuries, different aspects, different opponents, and the players have to be ready to go. And I think it showed that today. It looked like it caught up with us a little bit today, I've got to say that, and probably the reason we didn't make 2 or 3 subs is because we didn't want to change our shape and disrupt it too much when we were keeping a clean sheet. And sometimes that goes against you, but it didn't tonight. I think the continuity probably helped. But yeah, as we go through the season, then everyone's going to be required to be at a level. And I think as it's shown, players that come on and make an impact, they need to be ready to go. And hopefully, fingers crossed, not too many more injuries again in the next few weeks.
Okay, well, the difficult games keep on coming. Having said that, you probably rather play good teams than not quite so good teams, because usually you play better against good teams. I mean, generally in football, teams play better against better teams, don't they?
I think so. I think sometimes you don't have to kind of think about it. You just get up for those games, don't you? But I think our performances have shown we've had to win in different ways this year. You look at the Torquay performance away and Notts County one away, where we're scoring 4s. Chesterfield at home, I thought, was probably one of our most complete performances. But tonight we had to dig in, and it's about accumulating points. I think the sign of a good team is nights like tonight where you're under the cosh, but you find a way of scoring and keeping a clean sheet. And I've got to say to the fans as well, massive thank you to the fans. I thought the second half we didn't give them much to shout about as an attacking force, but I know they saw the commitment of the players defensively and the work rate and the effort that the players were giving, and that they were so loud. They really got us through and gave the lads energy, and that means a lot. They were fantastic again tonight, and that's a good sign. But we dust ourselves down 1 game at a time. It's a cliche, and obviously we play Saturday, and then we've got a free week going into the FA Cup. Give us a little bit of time to regroup after the Grimsby game. But like I say, don't get any tougher again. Top of the league coming here to town. I'm sure they'll bring 1,000 fans with them as well. So it's going to be a great atmosphere come Saturday, and we'll be ready for it.
Absolutely. Look forward to it. See you Saturday.
Cheers, Holmesy.